to my left, am I right? It's right like glue. And in a ladies' kind of world, I'm glad I got my girl. What's up, you guys? Happy Friday. Happy joy. For some of you guys who are weekend warriors and all those fun things, welcome to a Friday pre-gamer episode. I say pre-game because I'm on my way to a show of Boobs and Booze. Now, before we get to the fun stuff, we are going to have to talk about the serious shit. And I've been trying to stay away from the news a little bit this past week because the news is just always devastating, but especially we have two major trials that are going on. One is the McMichael's trial. Those are the white supremacists that lynched Ahmaud Arbery. So we'll discuss a little bit of that. And then there's also that little brat white supremacist, Kyle Rittenhouse, George Zimmerman 2.0. So, let's just get into it. So for those who don't know, the McMichaels, and here's one thing that I want to say as well. People keep calling it the Ahmaud Arbery trial. Ahmaud Arbery is not on trial, you guys. The McMichaels, those hillbillies and the neighbor, Roddy, whatever, they're the ones on trial. So we need to be careful when we say trial because we're so used into our society because we do live in a white supremacist society. Whereas when we say trial, just follow me with the language. These white supremacists are the ones on trial. Ahmaud Arbery is the one that lost his life. So we have to be cautious of what we say. I'm not trying to be PC, but just Ahmaud Arbery is not on trial. The McMichaels are on trial. We're trying to get justice for Ahmaud. So let's see. So yesterday, something that caught my eye, and I talked about this on the podcast that I do on the regular basis. What's up? Hey, Shaka Rocka Black. What's going on? I'm about to get a little bit heavy and serious. So before I get to the fuckery, you guys, so just bear with me. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on in these YouTube streets right now, a lot. So yesterday, during the Ahmaud Arbery, I almost said it, during the McMichael's trial, one of the attorneys for one of these white supremacists, I believe his name is Jeff Gall, basically put his blatant racism out there by stating, I don't want to paraphrase. I actually want to say the right thing not say the right thing, but I want to get this right. McMichael's trial. Let's see. All right, let's see. Gosh darn it. That was a day ago. That was a year ago. Oh, let's see. That's so funny. Okay, here we go. All right, this is coming from, thank you. Thanks, brother. I try to do a little bit of serious along with fun because these are things within the diaspora, in the Black diaspora that we need to know because we know we live in a white supremacist world. So these are moments in history that we're in right now. So it's very important rather than the the stupid stuff. So this is the quote from one of the attorneys from the McMichaels. We don't want any more black pastors in the courtroom of Ahmaud Arbery. See, they even worded it this way, of the Ahmaud Arbery murder trial. This is why we got to be careful with what we say. It's not, Ahmaud Arbery is not on trial. He is deceased. We're trying to get justice. So CBS News, do that shit over again. So the jurors of the trial, the three white supremacists, watched security cameras and the videos that show other people entering the home of the construction months after before the 25-year-old black man was chased and gunned down and lynched. Let's call it that. Meanwhile, one of the defendant's attorneys told the judge that he doesn't want any more black pastors in the courtroom after Reverend Al Sharpton sat with the slain man's family on Wednesday. Attorney Kevin Gall, who represents William Waddy Bryan, he's the white supremacist neighbor with the bad haircut, brought up the presence of Sharpton in the courtroom. Yesterday, this is what the attorney for William Bryan. I don't know why we don't care about his nickname. But anyway, I guess that's how hillbillies roll. But the fact that this attorney, now just imagine this attorney, and he's an older gentleman. I'm guessing he's probably in his 50s or 60s. He look older than that. This means he's probably used this tactic. His blatant racism basically just came out in the courtroom. Let's just say that. The blatant racism came out in the courtroom. He should be held in contempt, but with so much of the controversy around this case, because I don't know if you know, but one of the McMichaels relatives was on the jury, and basically they had to start the jury process all over again. So when I think it was half and half black, half white. Now there's only one black American on that juror, and the rest are all white. So, So here's something that we can do as a society, because this attorney right here, this is just as problematic as any courtroom, any police department. These kind of attorneys use this way to lock people like us up. This man, Kevin Gall, found it no issue, no problem to even say or even think. He's so inbred in his racism that him saying we don't want any black pastors in the courtroom, and mind you, you can go into a courtroom if you want, depending on the state and depending on the case. And then also too, Reverend Barber was in the courtroom. So now next week, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of black pastors. There've been rabbis. There've been also other white priests and pastors that have been praying with the Ahmaud Arbery's family. So, there's a video of it when he says it. You guys should check it out. It is cringe. It is cringe. It is so. But these are one of the cases that I think we hear. I know there's a big world outside of YouTube, and some of us are too stuck to the fuckery of YouTube rather than what's going on with us when it's happening in some of us in our it's in our backyard. So that was a serious note that I wanted to get to. Okay, another serious note before I get to some positive news. The Kyle Rittenhouse trial is a mess. I just want to say I have a feeling it's going to be a mistrial. Because just how the judge is acting. That fake crying that little bastard did. He traveled straight from state lines, from Illinois to Wisconsin. The gun laws, traveling as a minor to another state with a gun that you don't have a permit with, will get you locked up and fined. I don't hear any of this being discussed in the case. I've been paying attention to it off and on, and then a little bit late last week and this week, I had to take a break because it seems like the judge is very problematic. The judge is very problematic in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Now that mofo is on trial. But I feel like this is going to be another George Zimmerman. It's probably going to be a mistrial. George Zimmerman did not have a mistrial, but he's still walking free, causing havoc. So, but let's talk about a little bit of something. If you guys pay attention to politics hardcore like I do, there is some good news today. Hi, Miss Coco. Hey. Oh, thank you, Coco. I am on my way to a show in a couple of hours, so, But I also wanted to do a little quick live. Actually, let me not say quick because I'll be jinxing myself when I say quick. Quick would be like 2 hours. But here's something positive that happened today. I'm talking politics, Coco 85. Steve Bannon, who was the ex-Trump advisor, is charged of contempt of Congress. Now, contempt of court can mean something a lot. But this former White House strategist was indicted for refusing to comply with the House subpoenas. Now, this pendejo has a podcast, and he has all those crazy white wingers. And oh, thank you, Coco. Thanks. I will. Don't worry. I'm going to get to the crazy nuts fuckery. Give me 5. So Steve Bannon, the former White House strategist, was indicted Friday on contempt of Congress and charges his refusal to comply with the subpoena. Bannon, who is an old, ugly 67 years old, is charged with one of contempt in court involving his refusal to appear for a deposition, and for another involving his refusal to produce documents despite the subpoena, and the House selected committee to investigate the January 6th attack. So let's go back. So Steve Bannon, our former President 45 pardoned Steve Bannon from his crimes, but now we have Steve Bannon. He also had some doing and some financial doing with January 6th of the coup d'etat. So he's been on his podcast, he's been so cocky. Well, he's like, I'm going to take a shit on this subpoena and blah, 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 privileged. Well, the House said, well, the House finally got some balls because let's just face it, the Democrats don't have any balls. All right. They're weak. They're very weak. But I guess somebody said, oh, no, wait. Are we all going to have egg on our faces? We're going to get this mofo. So, oh, snap. Smash it, Trish. Hey, smash. So Steve Bannon is, I'm going to believe, oh, Allie, hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm going to actually drop the link. Let me just do that right now as I'm talking about Steve Bannon and the good news of him having to spend, he's going to have to spend, I believe, 30 days in jail. Now, mind you, I'm sure Steve Bannon's jail will be more like club fed, where you get like nice food, like a ham sandwich rather than bologna on a wheat instead of a soggy white bread. Mm. Oh, I love this. Um, so Steve Bannon is turning himself in on Monday, and he's going to have to serve 30 days, which is kind of a great way to shake up the things that are going on, especially with the January 6th. Now, like I said, the Democrats don't really have much of a backbone, but this by making him contempt of Congress and making sure he serves his 30 days in jail will hopefully solidify some of these white supremacists that, well, you're law and order. You're all about law and order, but you're breaking the law. I love the hypocrisy of some people when they talk about law and order, law and order. And those are usually the ones that, uh, they're usually ones that are the biggest crooks ever. So that is some good news today. I'm very nervous again about the whole Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Um, Stand by, ladies and gentlemen, if things start to burn, frustrations. I mean, the same thing with the McMichael's trial, you know. Oh, thank you, Ali. Gracias. Thank you. And it was great doing being on the panel with you. See, the glow started because of the positive affirmations of today being on the panel. It was all positive. So thank you. You helped me with my glow. When you got that glow. Oh, so earlier today, this morning, I went on the panel. Ali had a little show today, and it was good, and it was positive. And so, and then Miss Global came up. It was just a nice, really positive vibe, and I liked that a lot. And it's very rare that you get that in these some of the, well, I guess I wouldn't say YouTube streets, but I guess in the sectors that, you know, a lot of us go back and forth to, especially with Black women. I'm going to go on a rant. Y'all, I understand we like the mess, we like the fuckery and stuff. But I even mentioned something, and I think, and Ali mentioned it today on the panel. Like when we talk about death and when we're trying to drag someone, why is it that we're doing white supremacist job by talking about killing our own or wishing death on our own? You know, one thing that I've learned, because I studied improv for a long time, I used to do comedy, and as someone that used to do stand up, I I do hit below the belt, but there is such thing as power of the tongue. And below the belt doesn't mean I want to wish death or put death in your way. That's not dragging. It's not dragging at all. That's actually telling us something about your personality and how you feel about yourself and how miserable you are. And so, you know, yeah, catch the replay. It was really good. It was good. You know, there wasn't any hot mess and stuff like that. Ali sang at the end. Um, but you know, it was positive. And you know, and I get it. And I really think that we have to realize some people in our community don't realize that um Black people are not a monolith. Oh my God, we're not all the same. Oh my God. Oh no. You mean we're not all from the hood? Oh my God, we're not a big stereotype. Oh shit. Oh God, no. I'm just saying though, you know, and I'm seeing certain things about people in the diaspora, and especially mostly in the American Black diaspora, that some of y'all believe some white supremacist ideologies within your own community. That's gross. You know, there is so much we as a community of the diaspora can offer. But offering to kill somebody over some YouTube and what have you is just, come on. What? I don't get that. This is why it's very important for us as a community to learn about therapy. Because if you are out here talking about people's dead folks, talking about hurting their kids, wishing death, not death, but death, you really should probably really take a look at yourself in the mirror. Mirror. I mean, and then why are we so petty? We are so petty, LaBelle. All these sensitive folks. I thought we were strong kings and queens. First of all, that kings and queens shit is overrated. I don't listen. Not everybody of the diaspora is a king, and not everybody of the diaspora is a queen. Okay, I don't even put myself into the queen realm yet. I'm still growing. So it's another thing. Not everybody is all these things. But it was nice to have all these positive ladies and the quirky ladies up and just talking about stuff. And especially, I'm going to talk about you a little bit, Allie. Especially, I've been noticing some things this week with certain people going after some old beef because their beef is dry and it's moldy and it's cold beef. Why are we digging up old shit for content? I don't understand what's wrong with if someone wants to donate their money to you, shouldn't you be grateful? I mean, I'm very stingy. I donate to I don't know. Oh, I'm being honest. Oh, I'm going to be honest. We're two different individuals. Yeah. I just don't like the fact that this is the shit that's like from last year. A lot of it's from last year and stuff. So I just find it funny that we're digging up the bones from yesterday's papers for content. Now, I am stingy, like I said. I will donate to certain content creators and what have you, but it's very rare. I'm generous with my time, not with my money. But some are generous with their money and want to share it. And I don't see why sharing your money, especially if people within your own community, would be an issue. And so what? We all pay for friends, don't we? And I don't think that's the case either. I just noticed there was a lot of, I'm not going to say attacking. I'm just going to say, like, it must have been really dry to talk about some shit that happened a couple years ago and last year for content with one person, because it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's so many other things that are going on. Poor Hippo. There's this Aunt Hammy, 40 and slip. Aunt Hammy. I'm not into minstrel shows. I'm not into minstrel shows of Black women. I'm not into the stereotyping and getting millions of views and having millions of followers to see me act like the stereotype buffoon that they think we are. Don't find it funny. I get it's a shtick. I get it. Trust me. I told you, I studied comedy. I used to do improv. I think I'm kind of funny. I'm more of a stage person though. But if you've been doing the same shtick for the past 5 years and you think that you're going somewhere with this, that means your comedy and you're right. And she's probably not even writing it. I hope she's writing it. But that means you've dried up. And the people are just like bored with it. They want another minstrel show. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that, we haven't made an ass clown of ourselves or what have you. But I've checked out some of this ladies stuff, and I don't really find it entertaining. I really find her, comedy very 1890s, very Ooga Booga, blackface, watch them dance and tap. Yeah, look at me, I got my legs open. And that's another thing. Black women already have a hard time with our stereotypes. Why you gotta sit with your legs open? She is a fetish, yes. She is a fetish. Is it a fetish though? I mean, I call it as a minstrel show, but I guess. Allie, do you want to come up? Because I want to pick your brain on this. Because I like some really dark shit. I really like, some really like some things that I can't say on YouTube or what have you. But oh, hey Prometheus. Hello to you. I just find it very like troubling that, first of all, she came into the beef sector. I don't belong to a sector. I only belong to myself. But she came into the beef sector just, I'm gonna fight everybody. But what are you fighting, dear? Your inner demons? What are you fighting? I don't understand. I'm gonna get everybody with my legs open. And she does it on purpose, by the way. I know she does it on purpose because, again, this auntie Hammy, sorry, another Freudian slip, my bad. She has like over 1 million followers on TikTok. It's my slow 80s clap. And guess who most of those subscribers are? What color is this background that just fell on the ground? That was the universe right there. Lahiri, what's going on? Hello. See, I think the universe was saying, calm down now. Calm down. But now I got to fix it because I'm all about my feng shui and I hate things being crooked. Okay, done. Right. But yeah, this Auntie Hammy character, and I've seen the pew, 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 pew. Okay. Whatever. Oh, I think I got Allie here.
Hey, boo.
You. Hello, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. Excellent. How you doing, girl?
Like new kids.
Right. Salute to you, baby. For real.
Well, be careful. Wait, hold on. To those people who think I'm a drunk, this is a Vino Verde from Portugal. It's a nice dry, it's called green wine. It's really nice and dry. Watch me drink it. Oh, wait, I'm an alcoholic. Hold on.
Hey, well, let me take a sip. Hold on. Because, it's Friday. Salud, 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 salud. Mm.
How are you doing, Miss Allie?
Baby, I am very well, and I really appreciate you for coming on the panel. You always bring so much like joy to me, and also, perspective and introspection and everything. And I love it because you know that you're able to call me on my shit. Typically I'm not on my shit, but but you're able to call me on my shit, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is just like, as individuals, we're all going to do something that another individual is not going to do. But also at the same time, again, as observations, seeing the things that happened this week, I'm just like, what is the issue here, and why is she? That's just my opinion by just looking at observation of why are we looking for old shit and content?
Right.
From 2000 and what decade are we in? Just saying.
Girl, the holidays is coming up. The holidays is coming up. So people, they need that Christmas money, girl. I don't celebrate the holidays, but I mean, they need them Christmas monies, and they need people to come onto their, flood their chat and to donate and everything like that. See, I don't have that problem because I don't celebrate holidays.
Oh, well, I love the holiday. Well, I have a love-hate with the holidays, but if you're going to look for content and try to get paid, this ain't it.
Right. Exactly.
This ain't it.
You damn right.
I mean, there's so much other things out here to do and talk about. Exactly. And, like I could talk about some things that are going on in the beef sector, like with Miss Dovey. I hope Miss Dovey gets, I've heard a little bit about someone broke into her home or something.
Yeah, I still have to get, more into the story because I haven't heard. I heard a snippet of it, and, just being robbed, but I didn't hear her actually saying it. And I hate for that to happen to Dovey, because Dovey is very sweet, very fun, loving type of person. She likes to make everybody laugh and everything. And I just hope that she's not being targeted,
I hope so too. Yeah. I mean, I hope that everything works out in her favor, what have you, and plus, yes, that's content, but also when you use serious situations like these as content, have some humanity at the same time when you're doing this content. I guess this show is basically about humanity tonight.
Right on. I dig it. I dig it. Sometimes, we look at, especially, as Black, people. And the reason why I say Black and not African-American,
I say diaspora now.
Okay, diaspora.
No, you don't. You could say Black. I take Black. I don't like to say African-American anymore.
Yeah, I like Black because it deals with also the Caribbean, our Caribbean family and friends, and brings them into it because they deal with it as well. Mm-hmm. We may not see it, especially if we don't travel. And I know you're a traveler.
Yes, I am.
Yes. And so, we don't see it if we don't travel. We just assume that, their country, everything is okay. No, they deal with the same things that we deal with. We just under different laws, if you will.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why, I like to say Black or the diaspora, or because especially, we have our Black British people, our Black French people.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God. Guess what, Black people? There's a ton of us in Latin America. Most of them are down there.
There are? No. Toya, you better stop playing with me. Toya, there's Black people other than the U.S.? No.
I see Black people.
You're joking, because I just thought that there was just Black people just in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? That's all I thought.
They speak Espanol.
What, they know a different language? What?
See.
And we.
And we do speak French too.
I know, right? See, that's why people can't take us sometimes, because we really, we go outside the boat,
You said boat. Uh-huh.
Don't judge me.
I'm not. I was just thinking about that boat ride here.
Yeah.
Country. But sorry, please continue.
No, but we live outside of the quote unquote, like someone says the matrix or whatnot, and we see things for what they are and not for what we want them to be.
Absolutely.
And that's the biggest thing. People want to see things for what they want them to be. That's not reality. We have to see things for what they are and not what we want them to be, and handle ourselves accordingly.
Right. Right. And that's why I was like talking about the whole almost Freudian slip again.
Freudian slip. I love it.
The thing is, if you've been doing a straight character for 5 years and this is your only character, that's a problem, because that means you're profiting off a stereotype as a minstrel show rather than developing into something else, developing into different characters.
Correct.
You think your biggest payday would be Chad from Nebraska seeing you with your legs open and talking, just acting like a complete ass. And that right there, and you also should be ashamed. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, listen, there are characters like that, yes. But also, if you're a professional in this game, you develop your character. She ain't developing her character. She's showing a minstrel show. I mean, that's just my opinion, man. Hey, Southside.
Southside, baby.
Ooh, hi, Southside.
Blessings, darling.
Blessings. Right on. But yeah, I mean, I'm not one of these people. I'm not going to go and battle her or what have you. I like to give the other take of it, because I see a lot of course, Black people, Black women in her chat, and I'm like, y'all approve of it?
But you know what, Toya, it's similar to, like, for example, we know a YouTube person who became kind of a little bit of a sensation in our Black sector, quote unquote, and it fizzled out. It died down. You have to continue to do what you have done in the past. You can't change over a new leaf and think that you're going to get the same audience, the same people that are coming to your shows. You have to show that you can be multifaceted, first of all.
Absolutely.
And garner an audience.
Right. And wait, what's up, Mayor?
What up,
Mayor?
What up,
Excuse me. The MacGyver of Detroit. I don't call you the MacGyver.
You know what? The mayor is going to meet the mayor of Detroit next year.
Oh, dope.
Isn't that cool?
What?
Right.
Making moves and making grooves.
I heard that.
Mayor.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not going to tell you about the backstory. He would have to tell you about that. But yeah.
You want to tell us, the MacGyver? I'm interested, because I do have a soft spot for Detroit. I'm a Midwesterner. Well, all of us.
Yeah, we are. Midwest. Yeah. Midwest all day.
Yeah, especially with Detroit. Detroit, I spent my high school years in St. Louis. And so Detroit and St. Louis kind of remind me of each other, where they were all, it's all industry. And a lot of us of the diaspora moved to these cities for work. And then now what we see is like, I don't know, destitute and the money taken out and the corruption. And plus, these were black cities. So we know white supremacy is involved. But, you know, I like the fact that Detroit, oh no. Oh no, I see someone that I really, one of the people I loathe on YouTube is here.
They're always blocked in my chat, and they're always blocked from StreamYards. But I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes, you are making moves. I'm curious, DeMayor, or excuse me, De MacGyver. Do you mind? Can I ask? Because I'm curious. Because anytime you making moves like that, brother, that means a lot. That says a lot. I'm gonna drop my link again, just in case. You don't have to, but I'm just saying. If you want to talk and brag, since people like to talk shit about the fact of like, at least I don't work in a factory, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, do you not know how much these people get paid?
Exactly.
You know how they're set for
pensions and everything.
Jeez. I mean, people wish they had these jobs like what De MacGyver has now.
Exactly.
Those jobs are disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
Good
luck if you can get a pension days, for real. Good luck.
Exactly.
It is what it is. Mm-hmm.
It is. But Fifi says Detroit has been going down a lot. Thanks to, yes, absolutely. Same with the city I lived in Chicago. Same, not Chicago, but St. Louis. Chicago. Well, that's a whole nother different animal. Oh,
Maya. Congratulations on your opportunity. I'm gonna go on mute, but I just wanted to give you that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Dude, may I ask? I mean, I have an idea, but I just don't want to assume.
Well, go ahead and ask.
So you're going to be making moves and meeting the mayor and stuff, and so you guys must be solidifying some kind of program or something?
Well, for one, yeah, I'm going to meet the mayor. I don't like to mention names, but a certain individual called City Hall on me and called the mayor of Detroit on me, and it was funny. So I said, well, let me call the mayor's office my own self, and that's what I decided to go do. And they said, well, maybe you might have a chance to actually meet the mayor of Detroit, and I'm taking the opportunity to meet him, and hopefully within, I think it might be next month. I have opportunity to meet the mayor of Detroit.
That's pretty dope. Yeah. I mean, especially like because you've been at the company that you work for a while.
Yeah.
And so with that, you could possibly talk about how, possibly like a program or something that you guys could start where people, especially us of the diaspora, could work at the company that you work for.
You can go ahead and say what company I work for. I work for Ford Motor Company.
Ford Motor Company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I try to be discreet somehow.
Right.
How any more can I be discreet when I've already been doxxed? Everybody knows where I work at. Everybody knows my work phone number. So there's no more discretion. I mean, I've been put out here a lot, everything. So I'm an open book now.
Yeah. I think it's because they want your job.
Exactly. Right? Benefits, pensions, everything.
Right.
Everything. Right.
I can't complain. Don't get me wrong. I cannot complain. Like I said, I make about $31 an hour. That's by me working midnights, that's shift premium. So that's like an extra $150 to $200. And then if you come in on Sunday, like we come in on Sunday nights for our Monday, that's 2.5 hours of double time plus midnight shift premium. So that's almost $200. And so what I do then is I take that alone and I put that into my 401k.
Right on.
That's so smart.
See you guys, baby.
Hey, what's up, Rio? I think that's smart, and I think it's really wise. I'm glad I have you up here too, because I don't think a lot of people understand like the benefits. And I was just mentioning how a lot the job that you have, they're starting to become obsolete and what have you. So it's really important the fact that, like, as long as you've been at this company, Ford,
Hmm.
this is what kind of molded the middle class.
It
This is
did.
why.
Hmm.
It did. The automotive industry, especially in Detroit and and across the nation, actually brought up the middle classes. Like I said, but it damn sure brought up the middle class here in Detroit and the surrounding areas.
Absolutely.
People are able to buy houses, provide a better life
Yes.
for their children, and and live that what they call that quote unquote American way of life. You know what I mean?
White
Hmm.
picket fence. Yeah.
So um, by it dropping off and a lot of the factories closing, due to automation and just downsizing. A lot of the people who are coming in to work right now, I work next to people next to me on the line who make half of what I make.
Mm,
Mm,
You
mm,
know, they tell them they said, they don't get a pension plan.
mm.
They tell
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
they tell them to put away in their 401k plan. They tell them to because you're not going to get a pension.
Right.
wow. And are you're union, right?
Yes, I'm union. That's
Yes.
what that's what a lot of people don't see to realize. When you
Right.
when you got people who said that they're going to call your job, I tell them, I said, go ahead and call them. And I gave them a number. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I am guilty. I'm the one who gave them my work phone number. But I just wanted to make them sure. Go ahead and call them and see what's going to happen. You're going to get an automated system. Because I know like Roy's in here, and Roy's showing your is showing your show also.
Oh God. See, he's the one that I loathe the most on YouTube. Well, he's in my top two. He's number two because he
Mhm.
says that, thank you, Demayor. I was wondering why he was coming around here like a la cucaracha that he is.
Well,
Um,
he said that you got him blocked. He said he wants to call up to your show because you got him blocked.
I don't have anyone blocked, and he doesn't have anything intelligent to say. And I don't put bigotry and prejudice up on my channel. You are
Exactly.
not coming up here saying the N word, number one, because that it comes out of your mouth every 5 seconds. Like you're uneducated. Oh wait, you are. You're an eighth. You only have an eighth grade education. Sorry, sweetheart. You got to have a GED or high school education to sit with me. I'm sorry.
Well, Roy's a quitter because Roy is supposed to turn himself in. So he's supposed to turn himself in. You're a quitter, Roy. I know you listening, Roy. I know you sitting back listening. You a quitter, Roy. You're a quitter, Roy. You said you're gonna turn yourself in, partner. You said you said you're gonna be a man and turn yourself in, and you
He
didn't
is
turn.
a troll, Mayor.
I know he's a troll.
He's a troll. I wouldn't even waste any type of time on him because he's a troll. I would really get it back on to functional communication with sisters.
What?
But this isn't my channel, so I'll let Toya take the reins, of course.
Oh no, I like the fact that we're having an intelligent conversation about what the MacGyver does because we know what street trash is.
Right.
Well,
So
that and also, I caught a lot of hell this week for my adventures of what I did.
wait. What'd you do? Wait.
What did you do? I must have missed it because I caught a lot of hell too.
Oh, oh, you
She
didn't hear,
did.
you didn't hear that I took somebody off of YouTube who, they always want to make videos on me, and I made their name a trucking company.
No, I didn't hear. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I took Kenny Wise. You want to make videos on me, so I took your name and made it into a trucking company.
I
What?
like you wise. Oh no.
I like Pennywise too. Oh dear.
Yeah. Well,
Oh no.
I call him Patty Wise. That's what that is.
Oh, I
Oh,
Hey, they always say when given lemons, you make lemonade.
I think that's smart, but I do like Lenny Wise. I'd rather talk about the cucaracha.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I did it. I did, like I said, if everybody wants to keep on, if people want to keep on, you know, messing with you and doing this and doing that, like I said, I don't get mad. I get money. That's what I do.
Mm. Hmm.
You know.
You know, I think it's awesome to have, three Midwest people up here, to really explain, for example, and not to really take the subject off of what you were saying, the mayor, because I'm not
No.
trying to, dismiss what you were saying, but growing up, and I know both of you understand this,
Mhm.
growing up, we've always saw Black people owning their own home. And it was so weird when I was like in my 20s, 30s, whatever, and now, um, to see people be shocked at Black people owning a home. And it's just like that was like the foundation of the Black community. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Having your own home. I don't care if you had eight people, eight siblings, whatever, owning your own home. And I'm not, telling people to go, buy houses right now or anything like that. But it was really weird when I came across certain people that didn't really realize that Black people actually do be getting it and getting it done in society. And people were shocked, and people are just shocked by that. I'm
I
like, the fuck? Like,
find it very bewildering as well because, like, even when I first started diving into these sectors or what have you, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, um, some of the things in the language that I heard about, like, wow, a lot of my family members own their homes,
right.
and they pass it on to their kids, or like my grandparents had an estate because they had a company.
Agree. Yes.
So, and there was such thing as called a will,
Mhm.
and insurance, life
Oh, can you say
insurance.
that again one more time? I didn't hear you.
Life insurance is important to Negroes.
Oh,
So
okay. I just wanted to make sure I heard it right.
see, a coma homeowner here. Yeah. And
Okay. Yes.
the thing is, but I think we also have to take account for the black household or the homeowners dropped after the 2008 recession, and then now we are in the whole pandemic where it's even dropping more because some of us don't know how to money manage and rather sell to the quickest buck. Know
Mm-hmm.
your property value, my friends. Know your property value. And here's another reason why I like the fact, and I'm glad you're still in Detroit, to MacGyver, because give it some. Detroit's going to make a comeback, and it is coming back slowly.
Detroit is coming back.
Yeah,
But
it is.
what you have a mayor who's business minded, and what he's doing, instead of him building from the outside of Detroit coming into the downtown area, he's building the downtown area out into the neighborhoods. He's
And it looks beautiful there.
he's bringing a lot of business into Detroit. This is the first time, like I said, I've been in Detroit, like I said, all my life, except for the 6 years that I lived in Chicago or Indiana, or the time that I spent in the service. So basically, like I said, I've always been a Detroiter. Um, this is like I said, this is the first time that all four teams, the Tigers, Lions, Pistons, and Red Wings, have actually played downtown.
Wow. Since
This
how long or
um,
ever?
this is the first time ever that you have
Oh,
had all four major. No, I'm not gonna say ever.
oh.
They did play back in the early times, but now
Through the horse and buggy.
right during the probably the
Choo
whole. But when I grew up, like I said, when I grew up, it wasn't it was common that you seen black homeowners, families.
Right.
Um,
Correct.
Yeah.
I could walk up the street. In fact, we can go up to this street we call Wyoming. We can go up to Wyoming, and and we used to have the black businesses up and down the street. You know, they had the restaurants and the pizza lines and all that. A lot of that's gone, but you still have some of them. Not a lot, but you still have some of them.
Mhm.
Yeah. I also I've been hearing that a lot of tech is trying to move into Detroit too, but there's a lot of black uh, black folks who are from Detroit who've started programs. So when these tech companies come, make sure that no, we're going to be the first to try to get those jobs, or the younger generation is going to get those jobs. Since you
Mhm.
guys in the next 10 to 15 years are trying to move here, am I off on that?
No, no, you're right. Because like I said, we have a lot of black owned business. Well, I'm not going to say black owned business, but just small business owners who are lined up on what we call the Livernois Avenue of Fashion, and that's going between 7 Mile and 8 Mile. You know, that's those are two different streets. Well, the same streets, but you know it's between those. You have you have a lot of restaurants, a lot of boutiques, a lot of coffee shops, um, just a whole myriad of different businesses up there. You know, and it's cool to see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then there's more community gardens with a lot of the vacant areas uh, that are happening too in Detroit. I pay attention because I lived in Chicago for 11 years. So, and then a lot of my friends lived a couple of my friends live in Detroit now, but they're originally from Davidson, outside Flint, Dork Highway.
Mhm.
I'm familiar.
Right. Oh yeah.
uh, but I also used to be a camp counselor in Michigan.
Right.
So like Detroit is one of my favorite cities because it's because there's so much history and there's a rich history of us
Right.
within our parents' lifetime,
Well,
right?
that's true. And it was the funny thing about it like this. You know, everybody wants to dog Detroit. Everybody wants to call it, quote unquote shithole. There's nothing going on and nothing like that. And that's like that with any major city. All cities going to have their ups and downs. And there's like say, and there's certain areas in different neighborhoods that you don't go to. I mean,
Right.
I don't frequent the east side. You know, I'm a west sider. I always live in the west side. You got some, like I said, but you do have some nice spots on the east side. I like I said, I just don't go over to find out about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And every, but like I said, but every major city has its ups and downs. Even when I lived in Chicago for 3 years. I was on South Side, 63rd and Woodlawn.
I'm Humboldt Park. Pop, 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 pop. I'm on
Yep,
the west side. I was in the under the Puerto Rican flag
yep,
and then crossed it over
yep,
to near Garfield Park.
yep.
So
Mhm.
I know exactly what you talk. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was between Cottage Grove and Stony Creek.
Green Line,
Yep. I was they didn't consider the Hyde Park. They considered the Woodlawn district. You know what I mean?
Woodlawn, yeah,
You had to
yeah.
get over there into the 40s, to the 40s. You know, but the thing about it is I lived on the same street as Farrakhan.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. He's
And
over there, yeah.
yeah,
And like,
mhm,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
he's on 47th in Woodlawn.
Woodlawn,
Mhm.
yeah. And he's got it barricaded too. Uh, but
I
that
thought
Barricaded. It's
I'm
not
sorry.
barricaded.
I
Yeah,
thought
mhm.
I thought Farrakhan was in Chicago.
oh, he is.
Yeah,
He's talking about South Side.
he stays on 47th and Woodlawn, and you know when he's
Oh,
home,
got you.
he has a corner house.
Mhm.
He has a corner house. The house is huge, and
I
you know
bet.
when he's home. You know when he's home because the Nation of Islam is outside. He has a
Mhm.
security standing outside. It's a
Yep.
nice house. Like I said, that area over there is real nice.
It's real. And here's another thing. Speaking on the South Side about the South Side of Chicago, these stereotypes. There's so many. Like talk about Woodlawn, Hyde Park. There's if you go like toward oh my God, I'm blanking off Freeze. There's so many wealthy black people that live on the south side, but yet the stereotype is the fact of like pop, 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 pop. Yeah, that happens, but it there's pockets too because stuff happens on the north side, and the north side of Chicago is what they call it's mostly predominantly upper crust and
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially over there near
Rapelyville, as I call it.
yeah Wrigleyville
Call it
and
Rapelyville.
and over
Hey,
there near
honey wise.
Guys,
and over there near the baseball park where the White Sox play.
the White Sox, yeah,
Now
that's the
what's so
red
funny?
line.
Yeah. Now what's so funny about that spot is that um, that baseball park was Cellular Field. That's what they call it. It's in like I said, it's in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the neighborhood, and
Class.
one thing that you cannot do is that you cannot park your car on those neighborhood blocks.
It's true.
You know,
There's signs.
yeah.
There's those signs. Oh, you know,
Oh, shucks, y'all talking Chicago.
Hey,
agree.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
Hey,
go on mute. I love me some candy.
hey, Gator.
Miss Candy
Hey,
Cocktail.
Toya.
Oh, yeah, we just having some Chicago
The
moment.
mod, the mayor of Detroit.
What up, though?
He's
What
going
up,
to
though?
meet the mayor.
Yep.
I know I heard him talking about Hyde Park and all that stuff. My son was born in osteopathic right over there on 53rd and Ellis.
Okay. Okay. I know. Yep. I know what you're talking about.
And when y'all talking about up north around Lawrence, Lawrence always been hot. Remember the factory back in the day? Like that, they always been turned. Like you can't, yeah. I don't
The
want to say it. You know what I'm talking about? Like they were always prominent and it was always a little bit buck.
Right.
right across from where the Riviera is, there's
Mm-hmm.
all
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
over there, and that's
Thousands, hundreds.
the
If you
wild.
even think about going towards downtown, with a click where they had that major situation where a lot of people died in the nightclub down there when
Yes,
yeah, it
that
was
was in oh
it was the
03.
click before it was whatever they named it after that.
Mm.
That was another, yeah, because like 11 people died.
No, no, about 17 or something more
No,
than that, and they were yeah.
it was in the wintertime. It was like in January, February of like oh
Hmm.
02, oh 03. Yeah. Because it was so narrow. That was a stampede. Ooh, that was so
Yeah,
sad. That was so
yeah.
sad. Oh man.
And there were people that weren't even of age and everything, and it was the brothers, the black brothers. They were the owners. But yeah, like everybody thinks of when you think about Chicago, you think about the ratchetness, the
Right.
death, and things of that nature.
Oh,
When we talked about like literally the magnificent mile, it's beautiful. The lake, everything about it has always been beautiful, but now we've gotten to a point where the value of our life is not important.
yeah. I think, I didn't grow up there. I spent 11 years there. And what I found, and some of my homies who are Chicago, like they've been there their whole lives, they told me, why certain things are the way they are, besides the political part. And one of the things that I remember my homeboy Nate telling me was back, especially with the gang culture. Uh, I think it was back in 1984 when one of the most prominent gang members was locked up. And that's kind of like when the gangs and what have you and the territories fell apart. And ever since that, it's just been loosey goose or what have you. I don't remember which gang it was. I don't recall. Um, but but on top of
Right.
that, there's also the political machine. Rahm Emanuel closed 50 schools in the
Well, you got to think about Daly, the position that they played, but you got to think about the origin of Chicago. That was actually like a place for refuge for Irish,
the immigrants and the
for
Italians.
the Irish. That's where they made the projects for and stuff like that. But
Mm.
a lot of people don't.
Say that.
But that's my city where I was born and raised. I know about that Joker. It's sad and saddening to me that I see where we've come with it now as far as these names Chirac and stuff like that and these different negative
Right. Connotation.
intonations of it, and in all actuality, like you said, there are some rich people. We got brownstones, you have all types of landscaping and landmarks that you could never replicate, that you're only going to get in Chicago. And I'm so tired of people saying Riverdale
Absolutely.
and all these other places. That's not Chicago. Dalton.
No.
Those are the
Harvey, all that. That's not Chicago.
Florida City Mall is not in Chicago limits.
It's not. Forest City Mall is not in Chicago. Evergreen Plaza is not in Chicago.
Right.
Franklin Park is not Chicago. It's just
Beverly.
not.
I mean, Beverly is
It's just
nice.
not.
Beverly is that's where the wealthy people live too. Another south
Yeah.
side.
Country Club Hills.
Yep.
Back in the day, they were,
But-
they were a number.
That's not Chicago.
Right.
That's not Chicago.
Yeah.
Ford Heights, Chicago Heights.
Right. In fact, the furthest place that you can go will be the Gardens out on 130th, and they still share a Riverdale zip code.
What Candy? What you think about Chicago Heights?
Oh, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough.
Chicago Heights. I said when I got.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, because you're going all over, all that Markham, all that stuff is buttoning in that. Like it's horrible.
Yeah, and like I said, because that's why I worked in Chicago Heights.
That's where the old was. I believe it was Chicago.
Mhm.
Chicago.
Yeah, 'cause they got a Ford plant. They got a Ford plant in Chicago.
Peel Hill. Back in the day, you had to have some money to be on Peel Hill.
Right.
Yeah, Peel Hill. But I grew up on 39th Street.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, on the low end. Yeah.
What do you think about?
Out of the Wells, baby.
What do you think about? What's that place that
Oh,
what's that neighborhood called? What they always say, always up to
You
no
know-
good.
I couldn't hear you.
That's what's that spot they would say it's always up to no good. That one neighborhood that you better not be caught up in. Oh my God.
What, the Taste on 63rd?
Like I said,
Oh my God, the Taste on 63rd. You never know what the fuck may happen at East of the Rhine, Godfathers.
right,
Like, all those places are still open.
right. Oh, like you had the wild you had the wild 100s.
But that's where the Gardens at. The Gardens is in 100.
Right.
see, to me, there is nothing. The only time I really got scared in Chicago was off Pulaski, the pink. Well, it wasn't the pink line then.
Oh
but now
God.
it's- That it did look like a battle zone, and this is back in like 2000, 2009.
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck? Ooh.
Now Inglewood is definitely is
Inglewood,
off the
definitely.
chain. Back of the yards,
Yeah.
off the chain. You go over
I
like
used
back
to
in the
live-
day, Cape Town will give you something. Holy City. That's out west. Out west is a lot of motherfuckers that like tend to came from like Mississippi and shit. They were more country like
Mhm.
out
I
west.
I noticed that there is a difference because I live more toward the
Mhm.
west side. So, because I'm at Humboldt Park, and then there's Humboldt Park, and there's that street was at Humboldt Avenue, where you cross Humboldt Avenue, you might be going to Garfield or Avenue.
That'll be 55th.
Oh no, it wasn't 55th. I was
You said go to what avenue? Garfield?
Humboldt Avenue.
Okay, humble because Garfield is 55th.
Okay, Garfield Park. I was thinking more like the atrium and stuff. That
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Green Line. But I did notice a difference between the west side and the south side. I like the people on the south side more because they're classy. And the people on the west side, I'm like, y'all meet people from St. Louis.
Yeah, Mississippi. Yeah, country.
Right. And the funniest thing about that is I'm not going to tell you guys where, I wasn't born in Minnesota, but I'm from Minnesota. Let's just keep it at that. Because so I partially think Candy is probably related to me in some way. I'm not even going to lie. But the thing is, I say that I have a country accent, that I have to kind of matriculate in these parts and shit. Like, especially when I'm in, Minnesota or, I'm now in New York for like.
Hey, bro, Darren.
Hey, Darren.
But the thing is, family is from Mississippi, period, point blank.
Family from Georgia.
Yes. And so we have that Southern twang to us. I try to hide it a lot. Just because, sometimes the work I do, I don't want people to know where I'm from and everything like that. But yeah,
Which,
there's a southern twang with it.
That's what that Midwestern bring. That Midwestern it definitely encompasses Southerners.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's
That's
the
pretty
Great
true.
Migration. It's the Great Migration. Like my family, my grandfather, he's from Oklahoma on a reservation, and then on my grandmother's side, there's Arkansas and
Mm.
Louisiana, and so that's where all the weird Creole.
Hmm.
But traveling, the thing is, like, and it kind of coincides with what the mayor was talking about, or what we were talking about earlier, is like with the jobs. That's why we migrated up the
Hmm.
Right.
Mississippi
Correct.
for
That's why we
work.
came north.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, because there was
Money. Yeah.
and work.
Like
Yeah,
my grandpa, he was in the rail. He worked with the railroad.
my
Uh,
grandfather
the
worked at the railroad too for a minute.
Yep, the hotels. Because I was one of the places that had the hotels. They were real marketable. And in fact, my grandma, she used to sell her breast milk.
Wow. Back in the
She like
day.
the yeah, yeah,
Now.
To white
Like,
yeah.
people.
Seriously.
She said,
wow.
Mhm.
I'm like shocked. I love my Midwest people. I promise you, I do. I do. Because
I
we
think
have such a rich history. I'm so sorry, Toya.
oh no, please keep talking.
And
Yeah.
we own many buildings. We own many buildings. We
That
own many buildings surrounding when they start doing the newly developed projects. Um, we still it's still people to this day that I was born and raised and grew up with. They still own their homes. We still have a few of our
exactly.
buildings. They didn't come through and do the whole. It's definitely gentrification, but as far as like they some places in some areas in the black neighborhoods, they take over stuff by what they call intimate domain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they go and take over. But we were fortunate enough, and just being in the placement, and I just why I can understand why us niggas we had all that prime area and how we just like
We
I
just
don't
sold
get it.
$1. I mentioned that
Like Meg's Field, it's people that don't even they'll never know what Meg's Field was. That was a little private airport off the lake over
familiar
on the
with
lakefront,
that.
But
and
Yeah.
Daily tore that shit up. Daily tore that shit up.
Back in
Candy.
2004, he tore it up. 2003, 2004, he tore Meg's Field up. I remember that. And that's when I started not really liking that. Well, I never liked
Yeah.
that beam. Because the Daily Dynasty is what kind of put black people kind of behind. But what he would do,
Hmm.
because he was mayor from 1989 after Harold Washington. If you guys don't know about the story about Harold Washington,
Jane Byrne.
Jane Byrne, she slept in the projects to prove.
Yeah.
This is the Chicago history I love, and
Yeah.
this because I was like in the 1979 to 1981 or 82.
She gave out Christmas trees to get all the blacks uh to vote for her, and then she's gonna go on this excursion in the projects where they literally like revamped the whole floor that she was on, like you couldn't get in or out, so it wasn't like she had the total experience.
You were young at that time too, so you know about that because I remember just
Yeah.
reading about it and like looking at the archives about Jane Byrne when she did that, and I was just like,
Yeah,
this sounds like some pandering, like a
it was too much. It was just too much for me. Back in the day, you had Dorothy Tillman with her big old hats.
yeah.
We had everything. Rainbow Push Coalition over there with Jesse. You had him Bannon, then you had the Muslims because they did they new mosque on 47th, right off there off Ellis.
Yeah, you're talking. Yeah, so we're talking 80s Chicago now.
Yeah,
I really,
You know, 80s.
the first time I went to Chicago was like in the 80s when I was like 6 years old in 1988. And I'll never forget. And Chicago looks completely different in contrast to when I went there for the first time. And I just remember like, because I was standing off the blue line on, was it Polk Blue Line? Right there on 290. Yep.
Yeah, because that's the way the blue line goes.
Yep, 290 and Polk. And I remember
all the hospitals.
Yep, Rush and Stroger.
Yep. Rush, Bethany. It's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Can I say
St.
something?
Anthony's.
Can I say something real quick? And I'm probably gonna drop down or whatnot. But the thing is, growing up in the Midwest, people think, and especially where I, like was a kid. I'm not talking about Minnesota, especially where I was a kid. People are shocked. Black people are shocked that first of I all the black people I knew owned their own homes.
Really?
First of all, principals were black. A white. I'm sorry, a black woman was my principal. A black woman was my principal, and
Yeah.
like, and they don't see these things that can matriculate off into maybe the West Coast, maybe the East Coast, Southern or whatever, because they assume that we are like white bread or something like that. But it's just like we grew up around black people, educating black people, having their own
Yeah.
shit, not
And
having
it's interesting. They were more personal with your families,
Thank
and yeah, I had a black principal as well, and assistant principal, and just the way that they would just care for us. Even actually, they did corporal punishment in Chicago and Chicago
Mhm.
schools.
I believe
It not to the level of abuse, but just to let you know, like this is what it is.
I gotta
They weren't. Yeah, yeah.
Also,
And now
I was
nowadays things aren't that prevalent. Yeah.
See,
right.
I'm from a small town in the Ozarks, so I was not, I
Mm.
lived in the Ozarks until I was 12 years old. But my grandparents had power because they owned their businesses. My grandfather was the first black electrician to own his company in Missouri.
Wow.
So if it wasn't for us, we wouldn't. Them white people would not have their lights on.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
Thank you.
yeah, and so
Message.
message.
Yeah.
To get
Um,
ignorant,
but
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 message.
I did live in a mostly white environment, and I did not like it. When I moved to St. Louis when I was like 12, I was a little bit more excited because I'm like, yes, I'm gonna be around my people more. And this is like in the 90s, so it was just like because I was in the hip hop and black culture and my culture. And then when I moved to St. Louis in the suburbs, I got it. The people that you're talking about, Allie, within our diaspora, I got slapped in the face by my own people because I talk too white. I talk, who you think you are. Here comes all the light skin stuff and blah blah blah. I'm like, wait a minute, I just
And you
want
know
to fit.
what? If I could go back and digress and just in age in life and experience,
Mhm.
I would actually embrace that because at that point you get a heads up. It's like we don't want to ever put a person that is more suitable, regardless of your own ego. But if it's a person that's more suitable to, represent and so to speak, in
Yeah.
certain instances, we just don't want to relinquish that. And for me, yeah, like I said, I click this link and now this is about to go another whole other direction and y'all about to learn that I got a little brains and I don't even want y'all to do that. Go ahead
We
and think I'm
already
just
know, Candy.
no you don't. You
Yeah,
don't know nothing. You don't know nothing.
You
I
are
know
fucking
nothing.
smart as
I know
shit.
nothing.
You
I know
smarter than
nothing.
No, I'm not. I am not.
yes, you are. Go ahead.
I'm just float I'm
I'm
just
gonna go on mute,
floating.
boo.
I'm just floating through.
Child, you have a bunny. You're smart.
I do have a bunny and she's right here. Oh my God. Don't make me cut the camera on. Don't you
Please,
make me do it.
please.
Don't you make me do it.
Candy, we love
Midnight.
you.
Are you gonna be
Nerd.
camera shy?
Candy is a fucking nerd, and she's been hiding it from us for a
Ah,
and I'm
oh
sorry for
God.
doing it.
You know
I'm
what? I tell you this. When I knew I was probably a nerd is when I did the Constitution in 6th grade, and I wasn't supposed to do it until 7th or 8th. And then I got like one of the highest scores, and they swore I cheated, and so they actually bullied me. The teachers bullied me. They put me in a classroom by myself and made me do it over, and I scored higher than I did the first time.
See, that's not cool.
Candy, you need to hang out with
There you
us
go.
more.
There you go.
Look at
But
you, Candy. It's a Lapier. A Lapier baby.
love that bunny.
Or is it Lapier? No, the ears were
You
down.
know, everybody's fucking panel. She's the panel hopper.
Oh,
Literally, she's a fan of how.
Keep coming up for you guys. You see her?
I dropped the link, Rex. Rex was.
We have a Timothy Hay in here, and Dennis is like her. Like this stuff is really expensive right here. Just look at
It
it.
is
Look at it.
expensive. I had a lap-eared bunny. Yeah, it's expensive, and you got to
It
clean
is.
that tray out so many damn times. It's just like,
Oh my God. I clean it out twice a day, and then I got her bed and stuff like that. But she's look at her laying down. You see her just lay down.
aw, she's
She's so
spoiled.
spoiled. Yeah, and I got her a collar too, and I put it on her in the daytime. It's pink, and I'm gonna get her a dress too.
Oh Lord.
For get her address. Yeah.
I know.
You can put a dress on
Stop.
a rabbit.
You make
It's
me
so
like,
cute.
You can put a dress on a rabbit.
Yeah, it's like yeah, and then my daughter, she has a rabbit too. That's Sophia. She's midnight. And my daughter, my grand bunny is Sophia. So we're gonna get matching harnesses so we can take them for a walk.
oh, stop! You're
Yeah.
making me mushy. I can't be
I'm
mushy.
telling you, and I saw a stroller. Oh my God, y'all listen. This
From the Midwest.
stroller's on like
Roller.
Candy, you're killing my element of coolness by you saying that because I'm gushing over this right now.
You know,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking this way.
I'm angry at Candy because she's a nerd and she
Mm.
doesn't show her side as much as we appreciate it. I
Mm.
mean, she can drag. She can drag and read. I love that.
Dude.
And roast.
That should be impromptu. I just think about a bitch and then it happens. The magic happens.
But I
But
need,
I think it
your
has,
nerdiness though, Candy. Candy, we need your
Yeah.
nerdiness.
I really think the fact of like Candy knows how to drag really well because there's a certain element,
This
and
Chicago shit.
dude, listen, I learned how I did. I was soft. I was soft before I moved to Chicago, but when I was hanging out on that stoop on California and Armitage,
Oh shit, you whoa, you were oh shit.
see, you heard, oh yeah, yeah, I got to learn some shit, and you know, the suburbanite in me was just like, let me home
You
protect.
better get your shit together because I'm gonna tell you something. You know what just happened? People didn't see it. A lot of people didn't see it. This guy, he was getting bailed out of Cook County Jail, and they bailed him out and everything and paid. And as soon as he got to the door, I think he didn't even make it to 27th in California.
I saw that. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and they gunned him down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm
60
talking about this is a place that houses prisoners up to. I'm cooking French fries, you guys, and burgers.
It's okay, baby. You
And
good.
so what they do, they house. They created a new prison facility across the street. If anybody's familiar with Chicago, where they hold you like I think it's 5 to 10 years versus I think the old Cook County only can hold you up to 2.
Mhm.
So they made an actual prison. And these motherfuckers waited till this guy got bonded out and fucking shot him and killed him in front of the fucking dang on jail.
I think they shot him 63. It was like a really, and then a lady,
I'm talking about like intense shooting. Like, yeah, it was yeah. It
and
was like 50 shots went off type shit.
yeah, like he was like in his 30s too, but like yeah,
Yep.
he didn't leave. He didn't leave off the
The
ground.
premises.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
And
And
here's
how that happened was so crazy. It's just like, okay, yeah, it happened, but did they even find the culprits?
No,
you know,
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
And mind you, you would think that they would have cameras galore, right?
Well, seeing that we showing off animals.
But just think about Cicero with what's her name, Betty Long Martise.
Can
The
I-
shit she had going on, she was off the chain.
I'm babysitting my mother.
She was the Black Dorothy Tillman.
Wow.
I mean, the Mexican Dorothy Tillman.
right, Mayor. You said you have an animal.
Yeah. This
Is his name Roy?
No, it's my
You're so bad.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm putting salt on my fries.
No, Mayor, you know you about to get clown
Oh
for
my god!
this. Even
Oh my god! Hey, baby!
so cute.
Hey, baby!
Even though you know we cool in the
Hey,
Midwest,
baby! Look at
people about
this.
to act a fool.
Oh man, showing out. Hey, baby!
Going out and she's been is it he or she, Mary?
This is my mother's dog. You know, I babysit her.
Oh,
Oh, she's a girl.
Yep, she's a girl.
Oh,
Girl. Oh my God.
But
she's
I
been
love that woodwork.
yes.
yeah, that's the original wood. This this is
Mm-hmm.
the man cave. This has been like this been here since the 40s.
Yeah, I love that wood.
Well,
Wait.
I got
Oh, that
Oh,
might have sounded perverse.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Andy, can you stop it? Damn, everything you say sounds sexual.
I know, right? Because I felt that when I was like, oh, I just say I love that wood.
I'm so sorry, you guys. You
What's
didn't
that? Is this a transfer she's putting up here? What is this?
know that's her picture in the background.
Oh,
And
I thought I was like, Toya, you putting up a super transfer? Like, what the fuck?
Candy. While she's on mute. Oh, she get a
Oh
little
my God. Oh my
I
God.
love
I
animals.
got two. I got this is
He's
Paco.
like, what's going on? It's a boy.
No, she's a girl.
Oh, she's like, what's going on?
Paco say
Hi.
hi.
I love
Hi.
Wawa.
Hi,
Oh,
you baby.
you look like a slab
He's
of
like, I'm camera shy.
She's not.
Wawas.
She's
Especially in California.
Oh,
I saved her from a crazy neighbor.
Oh
Her pet was out breaking and
no.
stuff, and I already had a dog and a cat, and like I saved her from a crazy neighbor who was
yeah.
and so she's like, "Oh, I blessed it. I made sure that
Oh my God, y'all.
and
I
stuff."
done messed up. I done left my bedroom door open at midnight. She's gonna be under my bed all night. This is messed up.
Dude, I missed the mayor. Bye, mayor. Thank you for joining us. I was trying to.
Oh my God, like she's literally gonna be under my freaking bed all night, y'all, because I'm trying to show out for y'all. I done forgot. It's a program, it's a process. I gotta hurry up and run and close my door. Then I let her out and she got free reign, like, and then but now I done opened up my door and she couldn't wait because she goes and checks it like every like 3 minutes to see if it's open.
That's so sweet.
I
Oh,
love animals. I really I don't like bugs. I love animals. I love
Well, you know, I got a snake too.
No, you don't. Candy,
Yeah, I do.
don't play with me.
I have a ball python. Yes, I do. Everybody know. Yes, I do. And that's Cheetah, and she sleeps in my hair when I'm at my big house.
I'm going.
I'm at the She Shack. I keep telling y'all, I'm tough.
I'm gonna give you props for as a sister that owns a python. I have a phobia of snakes, but I've had a python around my neck and it didn't kill me. But kudos to you. Those are hard to handle as well.
Yeah. Kudos to you.
She's a beautiful baby. She's beautiful.
I believe she's
I
beautiful.
have to unprivate the video. But she only thing about it is that she does like love getting in my hair, and the longer my hair gets, the more entangled she gets.
Oh, that's so cute, though.
That makes
they squirm me out. They squirm me out. Snakes do.
Have you touched it? Like, because she feels like really good. It's not slimy at all. She doesn't feel slimy. She feels like leather.
they shouldn't feel slimy too. If they're feeling slimy, they're not being taken.
Something's wrong, right? It's something wrong. Yeah, they shouldn't feel that way.
I'm not like into. Oh, that's a reptile. But I want to ask you guys before I jump down.
Okay.
Candy, I want to have an interview with you on my channel. If I ask you a question and you say that ain't your MF in business, that's cool. You know, I'll be like,
I probably won't say MFing, and I probably won't say that ain't your business.
You just cursed me out.
What you mean?
I'll probably just go straight in for the kill. You know, I come in hot. No, okay. So what are we? So what is the subject matter? Is it me?
The subject matter would be you on YouTube.
Oh shit!
You've experienced. I also.
Oh shit! It's crazy. These motherfuckers is crazy. They tried to assassinate me. But you want me to tell you, I'm gonna be a victim.
Different interviews. I have to have.
Didn't you see them hurt me? You didn't see them hurt me?
Yes.
They hurt me. Y'all know you saw it.
Yes.
Everyone saw them hurt me.
Well, they didn't hurt me too. You know, because
they hurt all of us. That's what they do. They hurt.
Well,
This
I was
is like
just
a kill,
okay, I
steal,
can't
and
fuck with
destroyed
that.
mission here.
I said I can't fuck with that. And they got mad because I couldn't be up in their chat anymore, or you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't
Why
see.
not? I don't have a problem with that. Like, it's places that, and it's people that I don't fuck with, and I see you in that chat, and I don't give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck if you told them that you love them, as long as you treated me with respect, and when you got around me, and even if you were in the chat, like, I'm so real. Like, even if you were in the chat and somebody just roasted me and it was funny, like, I'm gonna have to go play it back, because if you laughed at that shit, I want to see what the fuck you was laughing at, because maybe that shit was funny. And at the end of the day, you can't define me. Like, it's nothing that you can do to make me. Cause right, that's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to make a person feel insignificant to themselves.
Absolutely.
At the
I
end,
think
And that's not gonna ever happen with me. So I don't care what it is that you say or do.
there's also a vibe, since we're all Midwesterners here,
yes,
where we like to get straight to the point and no fuck shit.
exactly.
My language.
Right.
Whereas,
Shit.
I still say the word joning, because I'm from
Mm-hmm.
joning. But if you're gonna joan, and here's the thing, I'm a thing about manners. I've actually hit somebody because they were disrespectful to me and didn't have the right manners. I don't like violence. I don't fight. That was kind of a tequila night.
Okay.
But that,
See about that later.
yeah, there's something about manners and how you talk, and as an introduction, that is.
You know what it is that timing is everything.
That
As it relates to a statement that you can make, and when a person is literally tapped into you, because if I'm talking to you, I'm tapped into you. So it's not pretty much anything that's going to go over my head as it relates to your menial insults type
right.
idea. Like, somebody emailed me and told me and someone else could have took it as business savvy, but she was like, thank you for the explanation. But I wasn't explaining, but she was calling herself being poised or whatever the fuck she had going on. I was just like, you know what? Are you being I just felt like she was being obtuse. I'm like, are you being obtuse? Like, what the fuck do we got going on here? And then from there, it got interesting, not to say the least. But I was just like, okay, here we go. But I don't even want to be that person. If I say bitch, fuck you, I said that shit. And if I said, hey, we're indifferent. If I said we're indifferent, I said fuck you too. The same thing. I just said it differently. Same thing though.
This is why I know I'm not 100% Chicago, because I'm not Sandy.
It's Midwest stuff. It's Midwest, and we get it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we're well versed.
I'm polite. I use sarcasm, and I want to hurt you with words, not my hands.
Thank you.
There's no in between.
Yep.
It's no in between. It's like, well, how we gonna do this? Because I'm gonna chop you up and make you feel less than shit, and you're gonna be mad as fuck at me. Exactly. You're gonna be so mad as fuck at me, and then I'm gonna actually like power up like a Super Saiyan type idea off of your energy.
Right.
But if you just so happen to come where I'm at, then it's gonna be a problem.
And the sad thing about it is,
hey, Yusuf, I've been checking you out, sweetie.
Yusuf, I want you to
baby.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with these people. This is my sector. How could like I be hearing all these names get tossed out and shit, and I could have sworn that this is my sector, but okay, maybe it ain't if you say so. But I'm familiar with all these people.
I know. I love me some Yusuf, but please.
And I like pizza too. I like Brian, Quan. I like all of them. None of them have done anything to me except for that Diamond Dior. And
I miss that.
Can we get into the fuckery just for a hot?
Okay. Oh shit.
Just for a hot minute since you brought that
up. Go. You ain't shit, Toya.
I know. I'm
messy a little bit. She Midwest. We gotta be cute. We gotta be messy.
I'm a some bitch. is that woman broken? Does she really needs to seek help? I feel like why I heard what I listened to your commentary about the here.
Yeah,
Shit, like,
okay.
like,
I thought I had an opportunity to go. I thought that someone was actually introducing me to the beef sector, and that was the way that they wanted to do it because I couldn't understand. I'm like, why is this person so pressed about me? And she and I have never had an interaction, and we don't even have a connection, like where there would be like, okay, I know you from here, like nothing. It was nothing, and she went the fuck in on me, and then it wasn't a camera slip because now I'm in your shit and now I know how your baby's looking shit. Like I'm that bitch. I'm fucked up about it. I'm fucked all up about it. I know everything about you, like your whole life. Cause I'm like, this has got to be some shit. This is serious. And then you go and concede. And so then you put me in a position where, like, again, I'm not.
stay down, Toya.
I'm not a bully. I'm not a bully, so then I accept the concession. Like, who am I to say that you're not sorry for what you've done, and until you prove otherwise? And I'm hoping that it stay that way, and that's where I'm at with it. It ain't no like I'm hoping that it stay that way. Let it stay that way, cause I don't give a fuck about all of the other shit. Like I'm on some other shit. I'm gonna stay on that.
Candy,
I find it very weird that someone would just start picking out people because I mentioned earlier about the auntie Hammy. Oops, Freudian slip again.
Yeah, I saw it.
About the fact of like now you're just picking people without doing your research or your homework or knowing who.
But it's kind of fucked up when you see the people that that she's talking about, and
that
they
was Freudian
and it took her right, and it took her big word, and it took for her to be on there for like an hour and a half to even get like 190 some people. Because like I said, I see I'm a troll. I'm a troll. I see if I don't even have to see all, but I see all. So she had like 190 some people, and that was the last account I got. And her competitors were dealing with like 400 and 500 in the chat, the people that she was talking about. So it's like, what are you saying? And I have a thing about people that lives off like with that yesteryear type as ideology.
Yes, thank you.
I concur. This is my slow 80s clap for that.
Oh, that's it. That's to the left. That's right. That's hitting you with the Prince. That's hitting you with the Prince. Because I'm loving. Yeah, that's hitting you with the Prince. Like I'm over that, and people they be wondering like why. I'm like I done astrobladed like the fuck on up out of here. Like I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but. Right. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
But I've never heard or seen, and maybe I've been obtuse or in the clouds or something. Or,
shit.
But I've never seen Candy go after someone who has not originated and come after her. Mm-hmm. Me and Candy me and her, we had a fun ass banter. Going after each other because I came after her because she was coming after at the time my girl or whatever.
Well, no. See, and this is where you're mistaken. I actually wasn't. I actually hit the link, and a lot of people don't know this. I actually hit the link to come as ZX.
Oh, is this back in the? I think I know what you're talking about.
Right. I actually hit the link to come as ZX because he was attacking. Hey, my zero lightness, because he was attacking Jazzy.
Oh, wow! I didn't even.
That was how it originated. Yeah, that was how it originated. And then Diva, my boo thing, she intercepted, and then I went 5150, and then she brought you up, and then y'all were trying to like be on some bull dyke shit. And then so I called you motherfuckers out.
You guys
and then I chose up. Then I chose Diva because I'll be over there sneaking in her shit. Like nobody know I'll be sneaking in her shit. But then Allie came out the way and said that she had been accused of being a lesbian, and then they asked her questions. Hey, Queen. And so then they asked her questions, and then when she answered the questions, I was like, "Well, maybe I belong to Allie." Like I didn't know. I was trying to figure this shit out. Like it was quite sketchy. I don't know. Yeah, man, y'all
Candy,
y'all
you never
lining me up.
have to
Y'all
figure
lining
it
me up.
out. You
That
never
was
have
Y'all lining me up.
no, Candy, you never have to figure out if you belong to Allie. You belong to Allie, baby.
You belong to me. I think that wasn't
I'm
that
stealing
early?
you from everybody. I won't steal you.
Well, you know
from
what? Just you saying that saves me from the gay rants that I've made on a regular basis, and people may feel like I'm homophobic. So, thank you for that, because I'm not really homophobic. I just have a belief.
You're not homophobic.
I'm not homophobic. I've slept with women many times. It ain't nothing.
No, I've never done that, and honestly, I'm not okay. Oh shit!
Hey,
Hey, you
hey, y'all. What's good,
Hey,
ladies?
baby, Yusuf, boom.
Yusuf.
What y'all
What you
doing?
got? What you got, baby?
wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get my shit together. Wait.
Put your shit together, Candy, because this
Wait
is
a minute.
I'm gonna
Wait
have
a
to get out of here in
fucking
20
minute.
minutes. We got 20 minutes because I gotta get to this show, but I'm gonna be on
She said I got 20 of them. This better than 5. I'm getting it together, y'all, right now. I swear to God, I am.
What show you
I
got,
promise.
Julia?
I'm going to go see this. It's kind of weird.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
It is the
Salute.
Allie.
Toya, get your drink together. What the fuck are you doing? Come on now.
I have to be cautious because I have all night long. It's called Mortified Live. So it's a live podcast that I'm going to, and it's basically talking about all your childhood, making fun of all your childhood trauma.
You said I'm ugly and I don't like the cam up. How do I get some courage to cam up?
Stop telling yourself that you're the fuck ugly.
She's not ugly. She's actually gorgeous. I wish I had her back.
Stop telling yourself that's the first step. And I don't know how nobody is. Everybody different, and we all feel.
No, because everybody keeps like that. That's the thing they want to perpetuate. Like, you look like this, you look like that, and my thing is I just
go ahead.
want to be natural. Go ahead. No, my apologies.
Don't worry about
your statement is, I have something to rebuttal about what you're saying too, because I'm noticing.
Okay, go ahead. I definitely.
So what I was going to rebuttal about that, the whole thing, because I notice here in our sectors, plural,
yes,
they actually say, "Oh, black women ugly and fat and no hair," like all this stupid stereotypes. When we know that, just like we're, especially, I'm an early millennial. I'm at a certain age where I'm like, I know I'm not ugly, but though I get stalkers, and I know Candy Cartel is ugly. The only thing that could be ugly is your soul that is addressing these things and saying that you're calling someone ugly, because that means you have no material and no one likes you and somebody must have hurt you. So you should seek therapy, and you're insecure, you have a small dick, and everything else in the inside is burning. So you really should probably jump off a bridge. Let me stop.
Oh, because that was more than a tangent. I love it.
Candy's sexy as fuck, though. I'm sorry.
She's very beautiful.
You gotta find. Listen, it's one thing we all come together and we try to encourage each other and we socialize with one another, but it's ultimately up to you to find your strength. It's ultimately up to you to believe in yourself. It's ultimately up to you to find your pretty, to find your comfort zone. And beauty is many different manifestations. Some ways it's physical, some way it's symmetry, and some ways it's literally just pure and honesty. So when you have something about you, everybody knows that it's more to life than looks. And everybody suffers from it, whether you have them or not. Everyone has to balance that. And so it's about self-mastery. And so the more confident you be in yourself, the more that will be confident in you.
I also want to say too, though, even within our diaspora of people, some of us have this white supremacy ideology. You don't have to be white to be a white supremacist. And so they use those things to clutch us and use those stereotypes against your own kind, which is so baffling and weird, because I'm like, what does your mama look like again? Just saying.
And if I may interject, if you think about it, even when it comes to things they use as I say they weaponize when they say things like the straightening of your hair that comes from a white woman. No, we actually started that, because if that was the case, then you wouldn't have white women that actually have perms, because it's a certain level of straightness that they're trying to achieve.
Get
At
into
the end,
it,
I didn't want to do it, but since they gonna make me,
baby.
I
Love
give them
you.
a little
Get
bit. So
into it.
so when you look at it, I mean, in its totality, the bottom line is this: everyone, if you internalize and you look at yourself, it's something about yourself that you would like to change.
Mhm.
I don't care. You can go to your darkest place. It could be it could be a tooth. It could be a hair out of place that you deem to be that way based on what you say about yourself. But the problem for me is that when you allow other people that honestly don't have any part of your chemical makeup, your biological makeup,
Yes.
um, to have control over what you deem is beautiful and lusting to yourself.
Mhm.
That part right there.
Candy, can I ask? Can I ask you one thing for a
Yes,
minute,
ma'am.
please?
Yes, ma'am.
Please don't take away my Yusuf, because you and Yusuf, you guys, I know you guys will be like the best of
I
friends.
won't.
Yusuf, please don't take away my candy.
Oh my God.
I
Well, I
No, I
appreciate
believe, that it's a
y'all
beautiful
have
thing.
to
It's
see how you
It's an
feel.
enchanting moment. It's an enchanting moment for me
Yes,
when
I
you can
love
just
you
flow.
guys so
When
much.
things just flow and you don't have to try hard. Because when you have to try hard, that means that you're actually being a bit fake. Things
but
should
that's why
just
you speak.
flow.
That's why you speak from a thing and a place from something that you're grounded or rooted in. Just like when you started to
Exactly.
speak, just like when you started to speak about the things and the wagers or the scales, and when you were just talking about the beauty standards and the hair straightening, that it was a passion in you, that it was a truth and the honesty about you, and even that was beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, to be honest with you, I succumbed to that, where I felt as though I had to conform to what society's measures were of standards. Shit, I'm about to hit my little shit too. Hold on. You got me want to hit my little shit. What ain't that little?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
smoking
not
and
even I'm not
drinking,
even gonna sit here and lie and say
waiting on the call
that.
to come through.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie and be like, I don't have to, I do battle with certain things.
I'm dead serious. You see, I'm smoking my shit.
Here,
Ooh, that
smoke
looks
cappuccino.
good. I'm about
Let's
to
go
eat an
cappuccino.
edible. Yeah, I'm gonna eat that edible so hard.
I
Can I
got a brownie, but I don't like the edibles. I like the body high. The body is a little bit too much for me. I like to have a little bit more control.
I love
I'm
the
just
You
gonna
kind of risque, ain't it? You kind of risque, ain't it?
I like to like float like Patty.
I'm
I'm
gonna eat
Hold
a
on.
tonight. I'm not
But
gonna.
no, you know, it's like when you get people, and I swear to God, what kills me is that no matter, like me, I'm 47. And a lot of people say, I can't believe you're 47. Oh my God. And it's like, I lived with this body for 47 years. What is it about you that makes you think that you could ever make me feel a particular way about me
Mhm.
when I've lived and known me longer than you even knew I existed? And for people to even think that they exude that power, that is what makes me go the fuck in on them. Like the nerve of you, like dead ass is. And you know, just to be able to have lived some life, you know. Juicy F baby, please say the baby.
Body
I do agree with I do appreciate like there is no way I want to go back to my effing 20s ever. I do appreciate the fact of like getting older and getting wiser. Like I spent my birthday because I hit a milestone. I went to Chicago and celebrated with all my friends that we went through our growing pains through when we were in our 20s and what have you. And now where we're at right now, we're looking back at each other. And one thing that
Is that ginger ale?
No, it's 7 Up today. I usually do ginger ale though, but
I do. Look. I gotta have I got to have my ginger ale.
I like the Schweppes.
Look,
I like the Schweppes because that's the one. It takes a longer time to get flat, like some ass.
it does. It does. I got some of that too. But the
Candy's
Canada Dry for the right now for
Canada
this
Dry.
motherfucking rim thing.
Canada Dry.
But you guys are making me jealous, though.
Where's the titties at? I hopped up here. They said it was boobs and broads on the panel.
Oh,
I ain't got no clothes. That's the reason I got the camera turned up. Everybody know I swear to God, everybody know I will cam the fuck
She's
up.
a nudist.
I ain't right. And y'all tell them, y'all let them know I ain't right.
She's a nudist.
Ain't nothing right.
But I don't like clothes. I'm laying here naked now.
I'm a self-proclaimed brand.
Oh,
I do
here we go with this shit.
I do everything that I'm interested in, and I just want to give you an idea. And I'm telling you, it's going to help, and it's going to get your engine ready.
I feel the vision.
Let me listen to me. Take you a couple pictures, get dressed, do your hair, do your makeup, get real fly, get in your mood, listen to your songs, take you a couple nice pictures, get somebody to take them for you, a family or friend member, pick the nicest ones, take that and make that the icon instead of the Bigfoot. Okay. And start keeping it 100. Come on here and start keeping it 100 under that picture.
This motherfucker here about to make me start. Y'all know my left cheek percolate. This right one ain't quite.
See, Candy,
I've been working on this right cheek, but this left cheek, I will shake this motherfucker like an earthquake. Yeah, this left cheek is active.
Can I say this?
Everybody know y'all don't know it. Is the left cheek active?
Candy, don't take my friend, and Yusuf, don't take my friend.
I'm everybody's friend. Whoever's a real person, whoever's a real melanated being, that's whose friend and cousin and brother and uncle and all that I am.
But I did.
That has been Candy's footprint since the springtime. Literally, not her foot, but someone else's footprint. So I think at this point, there's a statement being made. I'm actually looking into that kind of. I'm an artist. I think in a different kind of vibe and what have you. But I have a question for you, Yusuf. Before I get out of here,
you know what I was saying. I know you about to go. I'm still working. I was just wondering, Candy, did you understand what I'm saying? Get a nice.
I definitely resonated. It definitely resonated to me, and I appreciate you. Like I said, I don't say much. I guess
you say enough, sweetheart. Oh, bye, Candy.
Where you go?
She left. Like a diva would.
She'll come back. She'll come back.
She's probably gonna come back with a nice picture.
Yusuf, I have a question for you. I talked about this earlier. About there she blows.
Pardon moi. I'm trying to get this disgusting foot off of here.
I knew it.
And trying to find something more pleasing
for a while.
Hey, my fit is all the way up. Yeah, man. Nothing can stop me.
Thank you, though. But see, that looks like a beautiful Black person that we can listen to her wisdom. We can listen to her encouragement. And we can listen to her.
You know what? I ain't gonna do this with you. Yusuf. What's your channel name, Yusuf? My channel name is Candy Cartel Infinity.
I'll make sure leave a comment so I can see it and subscribe.
I don't even know. Like I was gonna ask you to do the same thing for me because under my videos, but don't leave it on because like normally I got like 80-90 comments under my videos and shit. You're gonna have to go find like let me see which one. He can do the one like with Midnight or something like that with my bunny. You can do the one with my bunny. The one with my bunny, she ain't got nothing but like 30 some comments. I think you can leave one with her. But I was trying to find out where your shit was at. And I don't even know what she had. She done dipped on me, y'all. So y'all done made me. I had her ass in the fucking cage.
Candy.
I came up here fucking with y'all. Now I got to try to find where she at.
Candy.
My bunny.
Oh.
I asked her. I can have an interview with you. And I also.
Okay. And what's going to be the subject matter? I asked you that the last time. You didn't tell me.
I did tell you. I said.
Candy Cartel.
I'm high.
It's okay. I'm sorry. See, Yusuf, you gotta be calm with her before she'll snap on you in a minute, but then she'll be cool in a minute. But Candy, it'll be.
Oh my God, Al, that's not true. And I'm peeing right now. Don't do that. I don't do it when I'm peeing. Like goddamn, no, I won't. You don't listen to this motherfucker. Allie is full of shit. And I'm peeing long because I've been drinking water all day. Forgive me. I mean, mute my shit, and y'all keep talking shit, Allie.
Let me ask you a question, Luther. And this is actually something that I talked about earlier, because I love the news, and that's why I kind of do this as well. I want your opinion. You've been keeping up with the McMichaels trial, correct?
The Ratchet McMichaels, the Ratchet Crackers that killed Ahmad?
Yes, not the Ahmad trial, because he's not on trial. He is a deceased man. We're trying to get justice. I'm trying to tell people it's not the Ahmaud Arbery trial. It is the McMichaels.
Lynching.
Thank you.
The McMichael trial.
I mentioned this earlier about how I felt about the attorney for one of the white supremacist bastards, who said that we don't need any. He straight up said we don't need any more black pastors in this courtroom.
Well, I'm glad the fuck he said it, because niggas wasn't gonna get them coons out of that bitch, coons in Christ up in there pimping on the pool pit. And they come to the damn courtroom, it ain't no different. They just a jester now. So at the end of the day, the judge is annoyed and he's in his feelings already. They already got their.
It wasn't the judge. It wasn't the judge. It was the attorney, not the judge.
I'm saying, but the judge makes the ruling.
Right.
And he the one that said that he demanded respect because he didn't appreciate the way that people was acting and conducting themselves in the room or whatever. So,
go ahead. But what this attorney straight up said, because I've been following the trial. I had to take a break because it's really soul sucking, because we got to deal with Kyle Rittenhouse on the same week. But with this,
he's out of jail now, you know. A famous actor he's related to a famous actor who bailed him out of jail today. Did you know that?
Oh, are you talking about Ricky Schroeder?
Ratchet Rittenhouse.
Yeah, Ricky Schroeder paid for some of his attorneys.
And don't they look the same funny looking way?
Take a look at silver spoons. Yeah, silver spoons. Yeah. Ricky Schroeder, NYPD. Yeah. That pendejo who has been arrested many times over for battery. Yeah, that pendejo. But yes, I knew about that. But going back to the McMichaels trial, trying to make sure people say it's not the Ahmaud Arbery trial. He's not on trial. It's the McMichaels. It makes a complete difference, because Black people are always on trial. So we have to use our words correctly.
I agree.
But what the attorney for Roddy Hamhawk Hillbilly was saying, he was saying we don't need any more Black pastors, while at the same time there have been rabbis and other white pastors praying with the Ahmaud Arbery's family. But he blatantly, I get where you're coming with the whole, like, I understand with how you feel about certain people who are just there to not politicize, but for a moment. But he literally said, basically, he's been not wanting Black people in the whole, the whole courtroom, period. That's basically what he's saying. So I was just wondering your take a little. Well, I kind of asked.
It's just another clue for everybody, context clue. Everybody take the reality hint. Okay, it is what it is. We've been know that this is what it is, and this is why I talk about the root thing that we need is our own legal and judicial system and our own moral code and compass. Because things can be legal, and things have been legal, and things are legal, but that never made them moral.
Slavery is still legal.
But it never made it morally conscious or sound. And so at the end of the day, the only way that we're going to get real justice is to take justice in our own hands. But we have to do that in unison, the same way justice is being weaponized against us.
And that's why I am totally against integration.
Oh, absolutely. The biggest mistake.
I'm literally, I think that was the huge, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interject in you guys' but as I'm listening to you,
I got 5 minutes.
This just validates my feelings when I felt like, integration was one of the biggest things that hurt us. And I'm not saying segregation in the forms of total ostracization of other races. I'm saying as far as things that we deem important to us, eating stuff like that. We should keep those things within our own communities and our own kind.
Nobody gets their
Nothing wrong with that.
Nobody gets their most vital resources from their enemy but us. And so that already is another red flagger right there.
There it is. There it is.
And so, you can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that business and bartering and changing and exchanging and doing things behind enemy lines, but you can't.
But you're only gonna get so far.
Yeah, you're not gonna get the real movement. Hey, Dimitri lit all day. Hey,
you're not gonna get the special handshake. You're not gonna get the special look. It's just not gonna happen.
Can I say this?
And it's just like and I'll say this, and it's gonna be real. This is gonna be out there, y'all. See, that's why y'all want me on panels like this. I lived in California for a few years, and I would look at the Mexicans that would dye their hair blonde, in an effort. You know what? I'm gonna go. I ain't gonna do this. I'm not doing this with y'all. Right.
Let me say
I
this.
will not. Hey, look, wait a minute. Look at y'all ain't shit. I'm letting you know. Because I can see Yusuf, and because I'm like, y'all ain't shit. And y'all are that. But I said it already, basically, right? Did I not?
Candy, what I'm gonna say is, as someone that does live in the Pacific, I do see that it is a little bit weirder in contrast from coming, especially from Chicago, and hanging around with people that lived in Pilsen, and even my neighborhood, Humboldt Park. They're Puerto Rican. There's a different Puerto Ricans and
Puerto Ricans are different.
Yeah, they don't like each other, but
they don't. They got beef.
Yeah, like
they got beef.
They got cardio.
There is a difference, and I noticed that when I moved here to the Pacific, in contrast, where when it comes to certain people of the Latin community, I'm not going to say too much because I'm trying to get a job in certain areas.
And this is why I had to fall back, right?
Yeah, but I'm also going to see that there is.
That's why we're never going to get anywhere socially, though. Too, you can't be scared of that. People going to do what they're going to do and help you or hire you or fire you.
No.
Look, I'm gonna say it. I'm just talking that shit, but I'm gonna say it. Like I've seen them, and then even in like I said, I was in San Diego. Even the Arabian, I noticed that they would do it. They would go and get their blonde, hairs and stuff like that, and in an effort to try to conform. But then they want to deem us as the highest level of conformists when that's not actually true. Because for them to be the teachers of us in this society, as they call it, right? They then took their thoughts and feelings and everything from where, and it's gonna always be this circle that's gonna always circle back to the originators, because you're only gonna have one. Like you're only gonna have one first place. You're only gonna have one, and the fact that they try to minimize that is preposterous to me as well. Like we're gonna give awards to all the kids, so no one exceeded the other, and you teach that competition isn't healthy when in all respects it really is.
No, I one thing
ambition.
One thing I've learned by traveling, especially going to the Middle East, because my aunt used to live in the Middle East. And then I also have Middle Eastern background, but those are just Black people to me. But I did see certain things within Middle Eastern culture where they're trying to, the traditionalists versus those who are trying to get more of that whiteness. Like I saw bleaching and the hair relaxers. They had hair relaxers and hair. It was like, yo, y'all don't need to relax your hair. Stop. This was in I was in Oman, and I was in the United Arab Emirates. Oman was great because everyone was darker, and that's also Oman is where the slave trade was. And it was really not eerie, but it was nice to hear the ancestors and speak, because that's the old world to me. That's as close to Africa.
Everybody different, because shit like that to me, it need to be burnt the fuck down. It need to be torched, and motherfuckers need to be fucked up on that land. Yeah.
Because they let that shit happen. How do you see? This is where my problem come in. Where I become a rebel, because like if you look at everyone else, that went through these, and they were more so religious because they put them up under the stance of religious wars. How is it everyone else fought? You know, for their like, except for us, like you wasn't going over in Switzerland and taking. You weren't going over in Switzerland and taking their people. You know, you weren't going over. You weren't doing it.
And you still
were you doing it?
You still wait.
And you better not even attempt to do it. It's gonna be a problem.
Exactly.
That's
They
why
didn't
I feel
do
the
it
way I
over
feel about
Haiti.
black women. Nobody better not touch nobody.
Why do you guys think they hate Haiti so much?
Yep.
Because they fought back.
There we go.
Why do you think they the only ones that beat the French?
Ask them what they would do in this situation.
You know what? I'm gonna get up off here because these people gonna kill me. Y'all trying to get look, we gonna all get look, we gonna all die. But you know what? If I don't die for something, then I got a problem. Let me die for something. See, I'm talking that shit. And I said, let me get up off here. Yusuf, you gonna get to know me. Because I'm gonna visit your shit and you gonna get to know me. When I say that shit, that's just the underlay for the overlay. I ain't getting off of nothing. I'm gonna tell you what it is I feel, how I feel, and you either gonna accept it or reject it. Either way, goddamn it, bitch, we fucking.
Candy, look in the back chat.
Ow.
Candy, look in the back chat, please.
I just seen that.
And here's something that's very important too.
You say you want to? Okay, I got it.
Also talk about all of us in the diaspora. Allie and I mentioned this earlier. Like, I don't like to call myself African American. I like to call myself Black or diaspora because a lot of us here.
I'm caramel, baby.
We'll talk about logistics.
No, caramel color.
Candy is in a different league on her own. She's sexy is fuck. And I don't want to talk about it because people are gonna talk.
Don't talk about me and my because they said we was dyking and shit. Don't talk about me and my 13 dread.
I can't do it.
They don't like it when Yusuf, they don't like it when you got your natural hair and you talk shit too and your pussy fat. They don't like that shit when you get to talking that real with that mixture.
But can I be honest with y'all? I think that like most of y'all is dykes.
Yeah, I'm about up there. I'm about up there. I ain't right.
I used to call myself bisexual, but I'm not. But
I'm true to my own self.
I like women.
You know,
I don't.
But I like women too.
I don't either.
Women are the creators of sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way I look at it, and that's why y'all can easily be like, "Oh, you're so beautiful" to each other, but niggas go.
I'm not gonna get up here. I'm not gonna get up here and be nobody but who I am. As far as me,
each other pussy passing the temp, and y'all just be naked everywhere.
If I say I have a crush on all y'all, then there's going to be a whole thing of like, oh my god, he's a lesbian. I'm like, no, I'm not a lesbian.
Okay, but why does that have to actually go to lesbianism when you say all of us when you're actually talking about a level of what they call it? What is it? Is it asexual? What is it called?
Asexual mean you ain't got none, but
nothing. Yeah,
that you love everybody, right?
Right. My thing is like
Why can't it be that? I can accept that.
I'm gonna throw myself out here on the platter right now. My first sexual experience was with a woman. And
was it consensual? If you mind sharing, was it
sexual?
Sensual, he said.
Sexual.
No, was it consensual? Was it agreed upon?
Oh yeah, it was.
Okay, because a lot of people had predatory sex happen to them when they were young in the Black community.
That's true.
Yeah. No.
Especially males, and they don't get an opportunity to express where they were violated.
They just go spread it some more or be completely broken by it. It's one of the
Yeah, it's no in between. Yeah.
I got something to say. My friend is like cursing me out right now. I got
You're in trouble.
What you talking about earlier, Allie? Because I missed it. I was working real hard earlier.
Oh shit! I gotta go.
Baby, I was saying like a whole bunch of stuff about these demonic entities or whatever that want to, penetrate into, my, like happy realm, my bubbly realm or whatever. When I already said that I lost someone that was a very great person to me, I lost a really good friend or whatever, and they want to penetrate into that, and I'm just not feeding into that. But I mean, that's, But anyway,
Well, I'm gonna watch it. I thumbs it up already. Hey, Pennywise and everybody in the chat. I
Thank you,
thumbs it up
baby.
already. I'm hot as
I
fuck.
have to
anyway.
go. I'm getting
Who
cursed
else is
the
going
fuck out
on?
right
I
now.
want to go.
Pennywise is gonna get ya. Na 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 na
I
na.
love the fact
I
that we
know,
all are
right?
here. I
Bye,
love
y'all.
this.
Go ahead, Toya.
Why you leaving, Yusuf?
Toya gotta fucking go. This is her panel.
She
gotta
said that
fucking
shit.
go.
She got to go.
I gotta
You
go
said
because
she
I'm
gotta
being
go.
cursed out by my homegirls right now.
We
Like,
on her shit.
Yusuf,
oh shit.
you are like a super good looking guy, and
He
like,
knows that.
we need you here for eye candy.
Well, it's more than
And
life.
also oh my gosh, my husband's gonna kill me. 1 second, I'm gonna go on
Oh
mute.
God, he blowing a horn and shit. Hold on, this sound like some creepy
I
shit.
can't take it anymore. Hello, and welcome. Hello, how can
Hello.
All right. I have to go, you guys. It's been marvelous. It's been great.
It's been marvelous.
Yes, it's been wonderful. Adios.
This again. And before I go, I have to sing my song. So long, farewell. I'll meet you to the end. So long, farewell. I'll get you in the end.